remember to turn on all notifications so you don't miss a video. Saying that Bleach had bad fights would be a lie, but saying that the Arrancar arc had bad fights wouldn't. What's the difference between the fights against the Shinigami and the Arrancars? In this essay, I'll be answering that question. Let's start with the Espada. What are their powers? All Espada have a set of universal abilities like Sonido or Cero. When it comes to unique abilities, number 1 can create spirit swords and spirit wolves that can explode. Number 2 has decaying powers. Number 3 can use water attacks. Number 4 can create an exploding lance. Number 5 can create extra arms. Number 6 can create energy claws. Number 7 has possession. Number 8 has multiple scientific abilities. Number 9 absorbs others. Number 10 can get stronger with rage. If you've seen the script for my essay on how JoJo creates creative powers, you'll already see the problematic trend. A lot of these characters just have special attacks. Number 1, 3, 4, and 6 only have attacks as powers. And what's worse is that all of these attacks basically create the same result. Spirit swords, exploding wolves, water attacks, exploding lance, and energy claws. They all just do major damage. If a character got hit with any of these, the only one that would have a noticeable difference in damage are Stark's swords. Harribel has water manipulation, but only has one ability that is not an attack, and that is when she boils the ice. Number 5's ability is a problem because it isn't used creatively. He just makes multiple arms and swings more. Number 10's ability faces the same problem. The result is just Yami getting stronger. Number 2, 7, 8, and 9 are the only decent powers. 2, 7, and 8 were used well. 9 was meh. If I include the Preferon Espadas, the ratio gets worse. Dordoni uses wind attacks, Cirucci has wings and a tail, and Mosqueda has energy beams. Now, the Shinigami. Starting with Ichigo's fights, he has ikkaku, renji, kenpachi, and byakuya. Ikkaku shikai is a spear that can split into a 3-section staff. This isn't a power, but it's a creative weapon. Instead of focusing on magical strategy, the fight focuses on martial arts strategy. Hozukimaru creates a unique and unpredictable fighting style that Ichigo has to get accustomed to before he can win. Renji's fight was similar. Zabimaru's fighting style gives Ichigo a challenge, so the latter has to find a weak spot in his opponent's combat and use his new move, Getsuga Tensho, to win. Kenpachi has no signature power, but this fight does have a unique gimmick, and that is spiritual pressure. His pressure is so strong that it prevents Ichigo from even cutting him. The fear that Kenpachi's pressure put within Ichigo also weakened his own pressure. He had to gain resolve with Zangetsu to even the playing field. Finally, Byakuya Senbon Sakura was more magical, but posed a threat in the fighting style and mechanics behind the ability, similar to Ikkaku and Renji. For the other fights, Mayuri uses poisonous vapor. Kaname can knock people out with a sound and create a dome that removes all senses except for touch. And Komamura can create a large ghost version of his sword. These all create strategic fights. Mayuri's poison is obvious. Kaname's bankai comes with a weakness that Kenpachi exploits. And while Komamura's fight is cut short here, his ability also has a weakness. With the Shinigami, they either have a unique fighting style that needs to be adapted to, or a unique power with a weakness. Now, let's look back at the Arrancar fights. Stark can only attack, but his fight isn't that bad because it's carried by Shunsui's unique shikai. Barugan's fight is good due to his powers. Harribel's fight is bad because both combatants mostly just attack with their element. Towards the end, they start controlling each other's attacks, but this goes nowhere. Ulquiorra's fight is bad because both sides only have attacks. Neutra's fight could have been made interesting if his multiple arms were treated like a fighting style and he swung them at different times, but he doesn't really do that. Kenpachi isn't forced to adapt. He just tanks the attacks and overpowers the Arrancar. Grimmjow's fight has the same issue as Ulquiorra's. Somari and Aporo have good fights due to their powers. Arrancaro's fight is passable due to Rukia's powers. Yami's fight is mostly off-screen, but it couldn't have been good. In the hands of a very skilled writer, having just special attacks can be strategic. Trion from World Trigger is a good example, but that only works because each attack has different properties. They come with strengths and weaknesses, and aren't interchangeable. In conclusion, a lot of the Arrancars have bad fights because most of them simply have powers that are special attacks and that don't allow for much strategy. The Shinigami didn't face this problem because they either had unique fighting styles or powers with weak spots. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and help me revolutionize the manga industry by buying my manga and spreading the word. All important links will be in the description.